Hello everyone and welcome to Tyranids versus Custodes. Looking beautiful on the tabletop. Ben, talk us through your deployment.
Yeah, so I've tried to be aggressive in places and defensive in others. As I do have various secondaries which need me to be in different parts of the table. I've got some termagants and some other troops up the front here, and again on the other side so they can reach out straight into those table quarters. We've got the Maleceptor pretty central with a nice clear path to the middle because that is where he quite likes to be. We've tried to get some firing lanes with these exocrines, and then hidden in the building is the Flying Hive Tyrant, a few more troops and some zoanthropes.
On the Custodes side, we've basically hidden because I am terrified of 3 exocrines. Feels like they are going to ruin my day. So we're all very hidden, but we have the ability to redeploy twice. So hopefully that helps a bit and doesn't put us too far on the back foot. So with that all said and done, let's go for that first turn roll off. Here we go, first turn roll off. Ben, as you're the guest, off you go. What are you going to roll with the green die?
Let's have a look.
It's a 5. It's a strong start. What can the Custodes do?
Oh.
It's a 6. So Custodes will do their redeploys and first turn movement. Ben will choose his biophysiology thingamabobbies and we'll come back after the first movement phase. Movement phase of the Custodes is complete. In terms of redeploys, I just put 2 bike units kind of right on the front line here, and they have now advanced over here. My Qatar is allowing me to basically advance and shoot. So the plan is these 3 yellows are going to go across to that exocrine, which is a 4-up invuln. These 3 bikes are going to go into the zoanthropes over there. On this side of the board, move some Sagittarum and a Dreadnought, trying to keep that Dreadnought safe hidden behind. The Sagittarum is going to start trying to clear out some OBSEC. And then we've got a staging post for some more bikes next turn. All my characters are at the back, simply because of Psychic Interrogate. I want to commit them only when I have to, just to make life a bit tricky. I have also got my sisters hidden in here because that means that they're nicely hidden, and also that gives me a chance at making his psychic a bit weaker with my 4-up deny, which Ben's really excited about. So we will come back for the shooting phase next. Right, these guys have been positioned to make it hard for them to be shot at by the nasty monsters downwind, and they're now going to shoot into this exocrine. Ben, you've done stratagem.
I have. I've dropped a stratagem, the name of which I don't have. Oh no, I do. It's called Indomitable Monstrosity.
Beautiful. And what does that do, Ben?
So Indomitable Monstrosity for 1 CP means that I get full transhuman, as it's called, so I can't be wounded on a 1, 2 or a 3.
Fun, excellent. Right, so we have got 3 shots hitting on 2s. Emperor's Chosen reroll. And then wounding on 4s. Okay, so we've got 2 4-up invulnerables. Ooh, makes them both. After that abject failure, these guys are now going to shoot into the zoanthropes. 3 shots hitting on 2s. Emperor's Chosen reroll. Wounding on 4s. Cool, so we've got 2 4-up invulnerable saves. Makes them. That's the Custodes' turn over with. Not exactly the strong start we were hoping for. Over here they killed 4 gaunts, was it? Yeah, nice. And then obviously over here we were hoping to take something down a bit. I think in reality I probably should have had my shield captain here up with them. He would have been protected, and also giving out the rerolls, which might have transferred into 1 extra thing, which might have been a failed save. But yeah, 4 got through, 4 4-up invulnerables. Not ideal. Scored a few points though. And now we wait to see how horrendous this mortal wound phase is going to be in Tyranids turn 1. Tyranid movement phase is complete. He's positioned himself nicely to do lots of horrible things. So Ben, do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, certainly. So if we go from left to right here, I've moved up with some Hormagaunts. I used the stratagem to replace some models that were destroyed, so we're back to full strength there, which might come up later, could be really useful. Not sure what to do the warriors, so they've just kind of shuffled forward. We've done a big advance with the Hormagaunts that were hiding in the big building at the back, so they're kind of on that objective, staged for what may come. Lots of line of sight blocking on this table, so the Exocrines can't get shots on the bikes, annoyingly, but we've got shots on other things. We've also got Flying Hive Tyrant here to kind of finish off, if we need to, the Dreadnought there. Maliceptor ready to do some mortals all around, and we've moved all these Zoanthropes so they can get some nice tasty smites onto the bikes over there. We've also moved up with this little squad of Gaunts to do retrieve Nachmund data, and we started our mission bonus primary, which I've forgotten the name of.
Yep.
Data Scry Salvage or whatever it is on this one here. So we'll probably get like 2, I think, and that's it.
Wonderful. Well, rumour has it Nids have quite a brutal psychic phase now, so let's see if my 4-up Feel No Pain can save that as we move into the psychic phase. Let the pain train commence.
Choo-choo.
We failed a catalyst so far, and now the Maliceptor is casting Smite into the Dreadnought.
So we've got 3 dice, pick the 2 highest from the Neurothrope, so here we go, looking for a 5. Not the best, but we do get it off.
Nice. So D3 more wounds.
And then D3, and this will be 2, and then it's +3 because his explosion happens.
5 4-up Feel No Pains. Take 4 damage.
Ooh. A psychic screen, so this will also go off on 5. Ah, where was that for my smite? Never mind. It does go off. Does D3, 2 +3.
5 more 4-up Feel No Pains.
Makes on this time. Oh, that's a bit better.
Take 1. This unit's turn, and they're going into the white bikes.
Okay, so I think this is the second smite. So we get a 6 +3 is 10. Is 9 even. And it does 1 + 3 mortal wounds.
4 Feel No Pains. And now it's the turn of these likely lads.
Okay, so looking for a 7 here. Okay, so we get a 6 +3, which is 9 again. So no super smites, not doing that well. And only 1 +3, so 4 mortals.
Can we save a bike with some extraordinary rolling? No.
Ah.
Holding firm just about. Is this the time for the super smite?
So I need to roll an 8. No bonuses to this. Yes, it is. Okay, well I'll take that. So D3 on me is the big 3. I ignore them on 5s. No, I do take 3, and then on you. Oh, that's not the way you want it to go down.
1 4-up Feel No Pain. Easy. Some small shooting has chipped him down to 1 wound, and now we're on Exocrine versus bikes. No defensive buffs can be used on the bikes. Boo-hoo. So we're only getting 1 extra shot, so it's 7 shots. Hitting on
3s. I have used a strat to an Exocrine special strat to get extra hits on 6s. So 4 hits, and now we'll be winning on 3s.
3 4-up invulnerables. Custodes are just about holding strong. These Sagittarum are in for it.
Okay, so we got the big 9 shots, hitting on 3s. Okay, so it's strength 8, so winning on 3s, I've got 8 hits.
6 4-up invulnerables, they need to spike. They spike the wrong way, they're dead. The other Exocrine is targeting these guys, they have transhumaned.
Okay, here we go, so big 9 shots again, hitting on 3s, with 1 reroll for Leviathan. Okay, so we've got 5 hits, winning on 3s.
4s.
4s because of transhuman. Oh, that's so bad.
They are getting unbelievably lucky. They fail it.
Die. Ha, take that.
CP reroll. Still die.
Ha, you deserve that.
Into the charge phase we have gone, and these warriors have charged into the black bikes. Over here, the gaunts have charged into the dreadnought up against the wall, and now the big scary guy is going into the dreadnought on 1 wound. He needs a 5.
Yay.
He rolls a big 1. There's a gap here. That is where my dreadnought died on the charge to mortal wounds, and then Ben overran his fair lady over there. And then the warriors charged in over here and killed one bike and left 1-on-1 wounds because warriors are now scary. They're not in combat anymore. So Ben, how did your turn go?
Yeah, I think the overall gist of it is that mortals didn't do that much, which I'm a bit disappointed by. But we killed, you know, some key assets, so I'm quite happy about that. And we very slightly reduced the damage of the bikes by removing 2 bikes. I think I'm quite exposed now, so if Chris wants to, he can kind of throw everything forward and potentially hit me quite hard. But Leviathan can be pretty tough. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens next.
Custody turn 2, up next. Custodes movement phase is complete, and it's a bit of a head scratcher because although Ben didn't do a huge amount of damage, just so limited a model, and also he can spike that quite a lot, so it's really hard to know how to take out threats. He's got his objectives locked down as well, just causing a lot of problems really. And I know Custodes output and it's not actually as big, so got a rough game plan. We're going to try and do some damage, hopefully get a bit lucky, and then see if we can weather the storm. So what we're doing, these guys have moved out. This is a mission which means you hold the objective even if you move off it, if it was troops that held it. So these guys held it. They're going to go charge over here. Started a little cheeky little flank over here as well. So I'm just going to try and get some action going on here. On this side, we're doing some charging. We're going to do some salvoing. We're going to hopefully kill some stuff. And again, over here, we're going to try and do a little bit to the Maleceptor. These guys can see through and shoot. And then over here, pull the sisters slightly back from the wall so they can't get charged through it. I've got my 5 shield here ready to move on, but scoring me engage at the same time. So yeah, that's kind of it. We're going to do some shooting and hopefully get some alien blood. These guys have vengeance on their mind and they're firing into the Maleceptor. We've done a little bit of shooting so far, which was just basically everything around here. And we managed to kill 1 Tyranid warrior. Isn't that fun for everyone? So, 2 shots, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. Emperor's Chosen reroll.
Okay, so we've got 2 wounds, 4 up in Von. Saved them both.
This black squad are going to rinse and repeat. 2 shots, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. Emperor's Chosen reroll. CP reroll.
Expander. 2 4 up in Vons. Fail 1.
D3 plus 3 damage. 5.
Very nice.
Gold Squad into the zone throats.
Gold Squad.
3 hits, winning on 4s. Emperor's Chosen reroll.
Nice, so 3 wounds, 4 up in Von saves. That is bad. And they're D3 plus 3 each. Ooh!
Into the charge phase we go. These 2 brave heroes of the Imperium are charging Maleceptor. They need a 5. They roll an 8. Alright, the black boy is going in over here. On a big charge so we can jump over. That's not a big charge.
Enough.
CP reroll the charge. It's a 6, so we're going to have to do some measuring for that. These boys in here. Oh, only just. So due to the bottleneck, these guys needed an 8 to try and get over there, and they failed. So these guys now can't get into the Exocrine, which is quite annoying. So they're going to charge into these warriors, but they still need an 8. With no CP reroll. So close. It's showtime, boys. Spent CP to give them an extra attack because they're under starting strength. So 10 attacks, hitting on 2s. 2 auto wounds, 7 wounding on 4s.
Okay, 3. Wow, that was pretty tasty. We've got 7 saves at -3. Well, 4 up in Vons.
So 6 damage. Ugh. The Miser Accordius did 1 more damage, and now it's the turn of these bikes into the Exocrine. 8 attacks hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s.
Okay, so only 3 there. 4 ups. Do fail 2 of them.
Right, the Nissa fought back. They did 3 damage to these bikes, and then the Exocrine went big and killed the 1 wound guy, so that's pretty nasty. In terms of the Custody turn, not the best, as I'm sure you can work out. Ben put up all his defensive buffs, and it's really paid off. Killing the 3 zone throats, nice, but I misjudged my charge here. I just assumed these guys would be able to hop over and not realise that they needed an 8 to get in because of stupid buildings. So that means these guys, rather than getting in there and helping kill the Exocrine, or coming across here and making sure the Maleceptor died because it's very nearly dead, instead they are just stood in the middle of the board doing nothing, which is not how you can spend 250 points worth of models.
It's not ideal.
It is not ideal. So, pretty poor turn for the Custodes. Can they weather the storm once again? Let's see as we go into Tyranids turn 2. The Nids movement phase is complete. This could be a game-winning turn, even though we're only in game 2. Can he clear out all of the stuff? He's done some shenanigans of movement and he's threatening across the board. What's the play, sir?
Well, I said at the start that my goal was to kill the Custodes, and that is exactly what I'm going to try and do. It's all about killing this turn, pretty much. Over on this side, we've got a nice big advance thanks to the stratagem on the Hormagaunts, so they can auto-advance 6 and charge. There's a little pocket of Sisters of Silence in here, so they're going to go after them. Maybe slingshot into this quarter for engage. We've also brought down the Raveners, just because I'm going to bring the hammer down now if I can. They may or may not go into the Shield Guard, who are inside here, we'll see. Stayed back with stuff on objectives here. We've touched into this piece of terrain with both of the Exocrines, so we can shoot through everything. The Flying Hive Tyrants just repositioned so you can get a nice charge on those bikes over there. I've tried to be clever here and advance up my zone throats to do a psychic action, and then realise that they can't do psychic interrogation. So they're just hanging out.
Just chillaxing, doing a smite.
Yeah, exactly, nice juicy smite. The guy who could do it didn't roll high enough on his advance, so he's just going to smite as well. It's all about killing, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan. We've advanced up with these warriors just to jump on that objective and be annoying, and we've brought in the Death Leaper, who is probably not going to do much this game apart from creep around and be
He's a proper creep.
He is a proper creep. And he might mess up some custodian guns.
I mean, look what a creep he is.
Right. Anyone who's got a face like that is a bit
Right, well, into the psychic phase we go. Let's see if it hurts. Right, we are into the mortal wound phase now. So Neurothrope into 1 remaining black biker.
Okay, so a good old smite on a 5, but +2 to this. We get it.
6, 7, 8.
It goes off with 1 + 1 mortal wounds.
2 4 up, feel no pains.
Oh dear.
Next psychic power from him.
This is Psychic Scream on a 5 +2. Yep, goes off. So it'll do D3 + 1 for 4.
Come on, the 4 up, feel no pain. Bosh, only takes 1.
Oh.
Slight adjustment. Ben, what did you get wrong, you naughty boy?
So I was adding extra mortal wounds onto his output, which was just wrong.
You know, those cheesy Nid players. Right, anyway, all's good. So we're over to the ultimate cheese, the Maleceptor, and he's doing some sort of mortal wounds into the white bikes.
Yeah, so we're going to go with another smite. So on a 6 now, I do get +1 to this. It does go off just.
5, 6, yeah.
So this will be 3 + 1, and that is correct.
So 4, feel no pains. Easy.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so the next power he's going to try is Paroxysm. That also goes off. So it's not going to actually do any damage itself, but you do take 1 mortal wound from his Psychic Overload.
Yes, I do. Smitey from the Florent T. That didn't work.
Here we go. It does go off with an 11, no less.
That's not fun, is it?
Sorry, it's not.
Well, roll a 1 then for me.
It did go off with a 10. D3.
That's mathematics.
Okay. Just one more to wound.
Feel no pain. No.
Oh,
No, he's dead. Right, exocrines. Ready your load. And explode into the gold boys. 9 shots again.
9 shots in on 3s. We get 1 reroll.
Oh my god. Just as well I can transhuman these guys now. Oh wait.
And then winning on 3s. So it's 7.
So 7 4-up invulnerables. I'm not even going to bother trying to save my rerolls here.
That's it.
Okay, well that's just disgusting. I only failed 1.
Spiked it. Very
His brother failed, he will succeed. I'm just going to keep rolling 4-up invulnerables and we're all going to be fine. That's how Custodes stay in these sorts of games. Go on then.
I'm going to live spend a CP to
Look at that.
get exploding 6s.
Well, you're not going to roll any 6s.
I didn't like how it went.
It's a waste of CP. Told you. Told you.
6 coming up. Okay, so we got 7 hits, winning on 3s.
5 wounds, 5 4-ups. Bosh. Oh no.
Yay.
No, that's not nice. This bike has sadly died. He had a great effort at making all his saves, but wasn't to be. And now we're into the charge phase, and we're starting off over here and charging some lovely ladies. They need essentially a 2, so good luck failing.
Here we go. I tried.
You did try, so that's a 5. Have you got any other charges to declare?
We've got a flying hive turret into the white bike. Then.
Okay, so that's another 2-inch charge.
I do make that one.
That's quite. You should save that for any deep strike. Yeah.
Okay. I'll put the Death Leaper into the Custodian Guard here.
So that's what you want now.
There's a 9.
Need a 9.
Re-rolling.
It's re-rolling. Hello.
Come on, boy. Yes.
He's in like a lad. Ben has sensibly chosen to start here, otherwise I would have interrupted to try and kill the Maleceptor. You do some stratagems, Ben?
Yes, so I did drop a stratagem on the lovely Trampling Charge, which should have done at least 3 mortal wounds, but I rolled a 1, so it's done absolutely nothing. So then I went a bit crazy and dropped another strat for Adrenal Surge, so I got 3 extra attacks, which is pretty good. So we're hitting on 2s here. So we've got 8 hits, wounding on 3s. Every wound is a mortal in addition. Wow, that was pretty terrible.
4 pin vines, let's go. Failed it.
Bad start.
Failed
Even
it.
worse.
CP reroll. Failed it. Excellent. Cool. Well, the odds with the god. I can't speak anymore. But the dice gods paid out eventually, and he's dead. After that disastrous attempt at speaking, I was going to interrupt here, and then I'm not allowed to, because you're not allowed to use stratagems with the Death Leaper when you're in engagement range. Well, some ridiculous.
Yes, very fun rule called Fear of the Unseen.
Well, with my leadership 11, I am fearful. So, how many attacks are we going with, Ben?
So he's coming in with 7 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s?
Use my reroll.
How dare you?
Leviathan.
That's a Custodes thing.
I know. Pretender to the throne here. He's strength 7.
I am toughness 5.
6 hits, wounding on.
Ben has been unable to count this today, quite impressively.
It's been tough. We got 3 wounds there. He's -3, 2 damage.
3 4-up invulnerables. Excellent, that's a dead Custode. These guys did their job quite impressively so. We worked out that it was a 50-50 on whether they killed those 5 sisters. And he did it with a third of his attacks. Easy. And then over here, yeah, the Custode did 2 wounds. So, Ben, that is the end of turn 2. There aren't many golden boys left on the table. Are you feeling happy?
Well, not really. I don't think it was that good. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it was a pretty solid turn. Almost everything happened the way I wanted it to. If I was being really picky, I would be annoyed that I'm not getting any for my psychic interrogation secondary. But, the trade-off is that everything's dead. So,
and it is Operation Kill Custodes.
Yeah, exactly. We said that at the start. Cool. So, yeah, pretty solid turn. I think Chris is on the back foot now.
I think that is one of the understatements of all time. And we will go into the Custodes turn 3 just because I'm going to try to score some more points. Massively on the back foot, we're just going to try and clear our lines and hide and see where we go from there. So these guys are going to have to give up on engage, unfortunately. I mean, that's a dead secondary now anyway. So they're going to come here and try and clear out some of those. Over here, we're just going to try and make sure all of this dies. And then that'll be it. So we'll do some shooting and stuff and come and let you know how it went. The plan was to clear house, and we have cleared house. Everything's dead in there, and they're safely tucked away. Everything's dead around here, apart from Mr. Deathleaper. And yeah, it's now over to the Tyranids to see what they can do, which is probably not going to be much. They can't really see anything, but we'll see. As you can see, the Nids quite clearly have the board. They're looking to punish the Custodes for their insolence. What's the plan turn 3, Ben?
Yeah, so we are just closing the noose here. We've zoomed
Closing the noose? Interesting. Words.
Yeah, you're still just about alive. You're still hanging in there. But yeah, this could be the final hammer blow.
Yes.
We've got the Flyrant here. He's going to go into your boy Trajan.
Can't kill Trajan, but carry on. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Bit of fun. Just slapping each other.
Yeah.
We activated fall back and charge, synaptic imperative. So this chap here is going to fall back and charge. We've moved up with some exocrines just because that makes sense.
Why not? Yeah.
To get some shots off, and we've got a Neurothrope here who can attempt to do the
Psychic interrogation.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Right. Well, we'll do the things, and then we'll come back for the fight, which everyone wants to see, assuming Ben doesn't fail his charge.
Ready to rumble.
Right. So some stuff has gone on. Not a huge amount. The Sagittarium died to all the exocrine. Shield Captain's taken 5 wounds, and this guy has charged in to Trajan.
Yes.
And it's time to fight.
So we did Adrenal Surge again, got the big 3, so we're rocking 8 attacks here, hitting on 2s. We can use a reroll here. The Leviathan can also use a reroll because of my Lash Whip, so I'm going to do that. Nice. We've got
and
8.
Rooting on 4s from Transhuman.
So 4s here. So every wound is a mortal, so we've got 5 wounds and 5 mortals.
Right, I'm going to do these a bit at a time. So there's 5 here, 4 up, so I've got 6 wounds left. 6 wounds left, 3 wounds left. And still 3 wounds left, and 3 wounds left. Sorry, 6 wounds left. No, was it?
You've taken 6.
Yeah, so. No, 3 wounds left, and then I'm just going to roll 4-ups. Like a boss!
Yeah,
Trajan. Ben's forgotten an important rule, which means I can't actually take my field note pains against mortals. So I'm going to have to CP, I'm just going to CP reroll one of the failed saves. Here we go. Failed it, that's a shame. For those wondering why I didn't use his ability to ignore a failed save and reduce damage, it's because I wanted him to be able to fight twice to give him a good chance of killing the Flyrant, which has not happened. So, third time's all round, boo-hoo, Trajan has died. But he has arisen! He's fighting on death. 6 attacks, can he take down this Flyrant? Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because that's his Warlord trait. Excellent. Winning on 4s, just stupid transhuman. Oh, Trajan.
Oh, it's all gone wrong.
It's all gone wrong. Emperor's chosen rear. Oh, what are you like?
We've got 1.
He saves it.
Salt in the wound.
You deserve to die. As you can see, the board is the Tyranids. The day is won. There are 5 heroes of the Imperium hiding here. We'll probably roll off camera to see if they can go and kill the Flyrant just for a few more points. But other than that, we'll be back with a debrief to talk about what went so hideously wrong. Hello everyone, we are back and Ben's a happy boy. As you can see from the score, quite the drumming there. What do you think went well?
Yeah, lots of things went well for me, really. I guess that's why I won the game. But also, some really strong...
Tactical insight.
Yeah. This is what you come here for. Yeah, just very strong army, really. Strong data sheets. And that obviously went well for me. But in all seriousness, yeah, I think I just managed to weather the storm a lot more than I think either of us were predicting. Yeah, just... quite tough units that were also kicking out a lot of damage as well. Yeah. It's just a potent combination.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like, from my perspective, I've never played into the new NIDs before, and the most obvious thing to me was like how hard it was just to kill things. You know, I chose 2 killy secondaries, and I scored really lowly on those because at the end of the day, you know, the transhuman and the invulnerable saves just are so powerful, and you only have to weather it for 2 or 3 turns, and you've got the ability put out so much damage. Like, you think about your mortal wounds didn't really do a huge amount compared to what they often do because of the 4 feel no pains. And the exocrines, you know, chipped away. That 3 damage is a really nice profile into Custodes. And yeah, we get to turn 4 and I've got nothing left really. So yeah, I think it was a really powerful showing. What, as a NIDS player, do you not want your opponent to kind of do against you?
Yeah, I think the main thing for me psychologically is I don't want my opponent to be able to rush my lines really, really effectively. So yeah, things which are really fast and good in close combat are a bit scary. Yeah. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I think things which can take out all of my OBSEC would be a real issue, because although this list has got a lot of killing potential, it's not actually super fast. So if I were to lose a lot of my OBSEC and troops, that would be a bit of an issue, yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. And I think the Custodes don't quite match up into that. You know, they're very efficient with their shooting, but it still falls. And so they couldn't really chew through much there. They don't have the weight of fire. Once the Sagittarium are gone, they don't have the ability to clear out the kind of the OBSEC. And even when they did, you know, like 3 Sags killed like 4 Gaunts. Like, it wasn't like that. I think what you're seeing there is that the 3 units of 3 bikes just don't have that ability to chew through. You know, I tried to do my best to hide from the exocrines and that sort of thing, and they didn't die that quickly, but they just couldn't punch through. When you've got 750 points of models which are designed just to punch through stuff, and they killed hardly anything, it's not going to be a good time. So you can see why Custode lists are now kind of just moving more towards lots of infantry, really.
Yeah.
Maybe a few dreadnoughts. I mean, I could have kept my dreadnought hidden back and waited for you to sneak forward, but if you hadn't sneaked forward, then I would have just...
I think a lot of infantry would have been a harder thing to deal with, because you could have probably hidden them, staged them, and then, you know, my smite damage is doing nothing because you can just hide from it. Yeah. And my shooting damage is probably doing nothing if you've got decent terrain. Yeah. So just being able to hide, stage, and move forward onto objectives. Yeah, perhaps that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I have a different list, which is the one I'd probably take to a tournament, which is just like 2 blocks of 5 shield guard, nice. A couple of dreadnoughts, then just 1 unit of 3 bikes. I think that probably just plays the game a bit better, so I'll have to try that at some point. But thank you very much. It's been a while since you've been on the channel.
Thank you.
Great game.
Cheers.
Well done, sir. And we'll be back soon, or if not, we'll see you at a tournament. Take care.
Bye.